or to two, eliminate some goods and services that have not proven their overall profitability. Or three, they're again finding greater expansion of sales in the foreign markets, even with the current, productivity or staff that they have. For some employers have found it a better investment, in their opinion, to hire part-time, work study, interns, contract, temporary employees, rather than full-time with benefits. And then another reason is that some employers have found a safer bet with expanding their computer systems or purchasing software to double their output in that way, rather than hiring new employees to do traditional functions. Software, supplies, equipment, they found have been safer bets. So that somewhat explains maybe how it can possibly be that we're improving our economy, but not our employment numbers. Again, Iowa is still in a strong position compared with other countries in the world, even though it might not feel like it. We actually are stronger than a lot of states in the U.S. And so I guess it all depends on how you look at it. Everybody's in survival mode, and so that's how some employers have chosen to survive. Let's see. I'm gonna look at some interesting job ads that I saw. Speaking of jobs, I saw some very interesting job ads in the Des Moines Juice. And I don't normally go through the juice classifieds, but they were so interesting. And of course, that print's too small, but I can actually say what issue that these are found in. And Juice is a free publication that's located in a lot of downtown outlets, and so that's pretty easy to pick up. It's the most recent issue. This is November 24th through 30th, Des Moines Juice. And so the University of Iowa is hiring a director of business and financial services. And I picked that out because University of Iowa is currently going through some flood recovery efforts. And I don't know from the description whether that might be an issue with this position, but it is going to come from their financial. It's a business and financial services position, a director, but they want them to join the facilities management department. And so the facility management department provides building and landscape services, utilities and energy management and planning, design and construction for a comprehensive public research university that enrolls more than 3,000 students. And so that job ad does go on to say that strategic planning, use of business and financial planning, collaborative relationships, and business metrics would be involved with that position. So you'd have to bring your A game, and hopefully someone will. There's another position that I thought was very interesting, and if I were qualified, I would definitely apply. I'm not. Hopefully you are. This is an instructor, and this is energy production and distribution technology. This is for Kirkwood Community College. You'd have to have experience with wind energy generation and have either experience with photovoltaics or steam generation. At the minimum, they would require you to have 3 years full-time experience. And the job description is very fascinating to me. Again, if I were qualified, I'd jump right on it. But if you have communication skills and the ability to deliver practical hands-on curriculum instruction, team teaching, and curriculum development, they want you. They want you to instruct others, and that's a beautiful thing. And I say good for Kirkwood for investing in its faculty, and then also responding to the Iowa manufacturing and wind energy generation market that we're developing here in Iowa. That's good that we're fulfilling those needs. So I would say good luck to those of you who apply, and may the best man or woman win. There's also a position with Dairyland Power Cooperative. They're in La Crosse, Wisconsin, so not an Iowa employer, but they're seeking someone in Iowa markets, and which is great. They need a vice president and CFO. And so what Dairyland does, they provide services and electrical requirements for 25 rural electric distribution cooperatives, 16 municipal utilities in the upper Midwest. Another fascinating position. Electrical work is very technical, so it's for someone who's highly intelligent, highly skilled, and able to work with detailed information. And so, again, I admire anyone who's able to work in those fields. And again, may the best man or woman imported to Wisconsin from Iowa win that. There's two other positions that I noted in the Des Moines Juice, and these were published by Walsh II. And their website is walshgroup.com. And we've spoken about Walsh on this show, the controversy about hiring and subcontracting in Fort Madison, which is southeast Iowa. And I like to think that Walsh is presenting a show of faith for Iowa in terms of presenting themselves as a group who would want to hire from our state. And so they're seeking Iowa subcontractors to do a package project and additional site preparation. This is for Iowa Corrections Institute for Women. Again, there's contact information, Michael Pearson. That's 312-563-5400. So that should be pretty interesting. There's also so many other headlines. This is also from the Des Moines Juice, and let's see, I'm gonna flip to it real quick. It's titled "A Finance Pro with a Passion for Urban Development." I'm gonna put it on the camera real quickly, and let's see. Okay, you can see that. A finance pro with a passion for urban redevelopment. And that's from the same paper those job ads were in. This is about Ryan Galloway. He's worked at Ernst & Young for 4 years before he started with Hatch Development Group. He's got a strong passion for urban real estate development with the ultimate goal to improve central Des Moines neighborhood. And I'll just quote from Ryan Galloway in the article, "I have a diametrically opposed passion against all things suburban, shopping malls, parking lots, highways, housing and subdivisions, and this disdain was every bit as formative to my chosen career." He goes on to say that the skill that he developed was the importance of working with different levels of government and organizations in order to develop quality housing in underprivileged communities. And due to the complexity of affordable housing development, he's learned how necessary it is to persistently coordinate between the different departments and requirements of the Iowa Finance Authority, City, HUD, Iowa Department of Economic Development, banks and investors who have all different expectations and roles. And it is true that so much goes into construction and planning and urban development. There are a lot of people that you do have to answer to, a lot of documents to fill out, a lot of hands to shake, a lot of names to remember. And it does take skill to get those projects completed. We can look around the city and see where that synergy happened to come into play, and then other areas where it didn't.